You're watching The Fantastic Mr. B. This video is to help prepare you to learn how to draw your fractions visibly so other people can understand your work. So let's jump in. When I think of fractions, I like to think of pizza, or I like to think of a pie. Those are great ways to think about this. Our first fraction is 1 whole. That's easy. It's already done. I have 1 whole. Let's draw a circle. If you want to shade it in, go ahead. To draw 1/2, you just take a line and you go straight up and down. There you go. I can shade in one of them and I have 1/2. Now we're going to go to thirds. If you're familiar with the peace sign, well, you know how to draw thirds. I'm going to shade one of them in and I have 1/3. Now let's go to fourths. I'm going to shade in 1/4. Well, if I know my halves, I already know my fourths. I just have to draw a line up and down, and I just have to draw a line across. I have 4 pieces, and I just want one of them. For fifths, to draw 1/5, or fifths, I think of a person doing jumping jacks. Here's their head, here's going to be an arm spread out, and here will be their legs. Now all I have to do are draw lines to the center. Now I have 1/5. Now on to our sixths. I want to shade in 1/6. Well, if you know your thirds, you already know how to do your sixths. All you have to do is draw 1/3. And now you just have to continue the lines from the other side. Shade one of them in, and you have sixths. Now I like to skip sevenths. That's a very, very unusual fraction that most people don't really draw. So let's move to eighths. I want to shade in 1/8. Well, if you know your halves and your fourths, well, now we know our eighths. With our eighths, we just take our fourths, a line up and down, and a line left and right. Well, now we just have to cut each one of these in half. So I'm just going to take a line and make an X. Now we have eighths. I'm going to shade one of them in. Now onto tenths. Now onto tenths. I want to shade in 1/10. If you know your fifth, you know your tenths. Let's think back to our fifths. It was a person doing jumping jacks. So I'm going to draw their head right here. I'm putting the arm out to the side. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now I'm going to draw my fifths. Now that I know my fifths, well, I can just cut each one of these pieces in half. Now I have tenths. I can shade one of them in. Just like sevenths, we're going to skip our 11ths. It's a very unusual fraction that not a lot of people use. So on to our 12ths. I'm going to start with my fourths. Now I need to cut each piece into 3. Now I can shade one in. I've just shaded in 1/12. So there you have it. Now you know how to draw your fractions. Make sure to smash that subscribe, like, and share button. And until next time, this is Mr. B. Later.